from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Up My Ranks. It's your man Kaloy and your man Jan bringing you another session here, training session here in our home garage gym setup. So today we will be doing a gymnastic movement, one of the favorites in the CrossFit world, muscle ups. And later on, for the whole training session, syempre hindi pwede mawala yung barbell dahil favorite natin yan. So we will be doing power snatch session just to open up the shoulders in preparation for the ring muscle ups exercise. So here is Coach Chris. Coach Chris will be teaching us on the movement kasi it's one of his strengths. Pagdating sa muscle up, si Coach Chris magaling dyan. So, Coach Chris, paano ba if I'm a beginner, gusto ko matutong mag-muscle up, paano ba ang dapat gawin natin?
So we have progressions for the muscle up. First, we'll do the low rings, and then fix your grip, and then your body positioning, and then we'll slowly transition to the high rings, and then we'll practice your swing, and then from there, the transition to the turnover, eventually getting that muscle up.
So
that
medyo marami
everyone
pala,
wants.
no?
Yeah.
So medyo maraming steps, Coach, para... Kasi guys, back in 2012, back in the early days sa CrossFit, kasi kasama ko na siya way back, yan ang talagang gusto makuha ng lahat. If you see the movement, kung ikaw bago ka, you would want to do that movement kasi nga ang ganda niya tingnan ng pogi.
So every after workout before, we'll do extra work trying to do
that. So, sinong maunang makamuscle up, bidang-bida.
Yeah.
So, today guys, sa mga bago, para turuan namin kayo kung paano siya gawin. So, let's go, Coach.
Okay, so for the progression, we're going to start with the low ring. So, first, on how to do the grips on the ring. So, first we have the false grip. So, for the false grip, it's going to look like this. How to do it properly, it's like a karate chop. Both hands, and then you're going to grab the rings, and then make sure your knuckles are facing each other, and then from there we are going to go down into your hand, and then we're going to slowly go up into your turnover. We are going to practice this false grip first, turnover.
Mga ilang steps, Coach, ilang reps for the false
To
grip?
get the feel of that false grip, you can practice 5 to 10 on your first, getting that movement
feel,
first.
Kasi it's quite awkward kasi
Yeah.
medyo nakaganon siya, no?
So not everyone will have
Comfortable. Feel
yeah,
comfortable.
feeling
Kasi
doing
it's really
false
quite
grip.
awkward. Kaya nga false, ibig sabihin it's not a normal grip. But we do it kasi it's easier to transition
into that turnover.
into that deep
The
turnover.
hardest
That's the hardest
part
part
of
of the muscle up, yung pag-transition mong gano'n. Kaya siya false kasi sini-cheat niya yung way pag
lipat mo into this position.
pero some people, Coach, don't use false grip.
Yeah.
Like me, ako, I never learned how to use.
So
pero
that's good
grip.
for you kasi you learned the neutral grip yung tawag dun.
So, okay
Just
lang din yun,
hanging,
yeah.
So before we go to the neutral grip, which yung alam mo, from false grip, since false grip is really used for strict muscle up, na hindi natin alam dati. It's really for that strict muscle up that when you do it there, you're not going to have a hard time since you can't keep on a strict muscle up. You're going to have a hard time getting into that turnover since
True.
if you're doing the neutral grip, you need to bring your elbows
More
up.
effort.
Yeah, more effort since no keeping, no swinging, you're going to have a hard time not unless you're too strong. So after second grip that you can use is we call the hybrid.
Ah,
The
talaga?
hybrid.
Ah,
So hybrid
Not sure
is
about that, ano eh.
it's like a false grip. So if false grip is really keeping the rings here on your wrist, it's
dito.
going to be a little bit here. So lower siya. Away from your wrist, here. So medyo andito na siya. But still, your knuckles will be over the ring. Okay? So same lang yan.
So it's easier than false grip.
Because the problem with false grip, especially if you're going to use the false grip on the with the kip, when you
Nawawala.
do one rep and then when you get down, it
Nawawala.
slips off and then you're going to have a hard time. Not unless you have strong grip and you've developed that through years, you can keep that or you can bring it up back on the rings. And then so now we're doing the hybrid, so it's going to look like this. Same. So from here, we're going to pull and then still, since the knuckles are over the rings, the wrist gets into that turnover easily. And the third grip, which is your
Normal grip.
normal grip or the neutral grip, is just grabbing the rings. Here, it's going to require more of your grip since
Talaga?
yeah. Here, if you have developed your false grip, it's like just hanging on your wrist. But here, it's imagine you're hanging from a bar. So from here, the problem, if you're starting to learn the ring muscle up on your neutral grip, is when you get here to that part where you need to transition into that turnover. So you really need to bring that elbow up into that turnover and eventually getting into the dip. So 3 grips, the false grip, the hybrid, and then the neutral grip. Okay?
Okay.
You want
So,
to try?
If I'm a student, I'm a beginner, can I choose sa tatlo na yun? Or would you recommend go
I'd-
ka na sa false para...
I'll teach you first the false grip. Eventually, it's going to help you also with the grips. It's going to strengthen your forearm, which you can use.
So, if comfortable na ako sa whichever grip na I feel comfortable
Yeah.
with, can I transition na to the high na?
No. So from here, the low rings, we're going to practice the hip extension and pop into that turnover. So from here,
How many sets then?
pull,
How many reps?
and then turnover. Same, 5 to 10.
3 sets.
It's up to you. The more you practice, but make sure you're practicing correctly or the right way so that you develop good movement. So, before you get into that dip, just practice that turnover because that's the most important thing. Get into the turnover here.
So, ano bang nai-hit na body part dito, coach, sa muscle up?
More on, you should have strong grip and
So,
then...
napapump ang forearms,
Yeah, and
shoulder, ano
then
pa?
your shoulders should be strong to make you stable, especially when you're here in this position. And
Core.
bicep for pulling, lats,
Score din.
and
Back.
core.
Ano na next, coach? We try the high na.
Yeah, high.
Yun na yung progressions, the grip, then
So you can
transition.
work on your progression on the lowering first. So practice your grip, which grip you're going to have an easier time on doing to get into the turnover, and then your hip
So, yun.
extension,
So, basically,
and then
two.
turnover. Yeah.
Okay. Tapos pwede na tayo lumipat dito.
And then, while you're learning those movements, the next is your ring swing. So, importante yan kasi once you hang here, when your body moves, medyo mawawala na yung iba mong kung ano yung sunod. So, first thing you have to learn is the ring swing, which is the hollow body position and then the arch body position. So from the hollow body position, you get into your arch. So dito lang. Again, watch my grip. So if I'm just practicing my...
What do you use? False?
I learned my first muscle up using false.
False.
So I developed it and then transitioned to hybrid. Okay? So first, we hang and then the swing. And then from here, make sure feet together. Trying to go higher.
Keeping ba tawag dyan?
Yeah, keeping.
That's what you call keeping.
So, if you can see my grip, I'm into my, ano to, Kaloy? Hybrid.
Hybrid.
If I transition into my false grip, it's going to be this high. Yeah. Which is hard if I'm going to get into my arch. I need to
open it up.
yeah, open it up. Unlike if I'm into my hybrid, I could swing back more. Transitioning into that dip, swing.
Okay.
So I'm just looking straight. Looking straight. Once my feet gets level with my eyes, I'm going to get into my hip extension and pop and pull into my turnover.
So, can I try it now?
So you mastered the progression on the turnover on the low rings, and then you've practiced the kip. We can try to get into the turnover with the high rings. So same thing as how we practice.
You know, wapo.
So what I'm going to do, 3 ways of how to dip. First is a strict dip. And then the graceful way is dip swing. So once I get into the turnover, once you get here, watch, I could either pop my knees up into that dip, or once I get into the turnover, I'm going to use this momentum.
Okay.
Yeah, so one fluid motion. I'm going to show 2 reps. 1, and then dip, kip. There. Woo!
So, yun na yun.
Yeah.
So, yes, nakita nyo naman, it's a beautiful, beautiful movement, but it's really hard to do. But again, with constant practice, learn from the coaches, magagawa nyo yan. So, power snatch to open up our shoulders for 15 minutes. Kunin namin heaviest namin for the day. Then after nun, 80% of what we get today, 2 reps every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. That's enough siguro to open us up. Banat! Napansin niyo si Coach Chris kanina. Medyo napapagod na. Habang nag-explain. Ilahay siya eh. Kasi nagkape, 5 kape. So actually, sadya yun. Para sa laban namin mamaya. Pagod na siya. So, tingnan natin.
Uy, banat na, ano yan?
Napagod ka?
Gusto kasi niya, wala pang metcon. Hinihingal na ako eh. Hindi ko napansin kanina, pinasolo niya ako sa demo ng muscle. Usapan, gagawin niya yung mga progression, ako lahat gumawa. Progression.
Kailangan ko siya. Ayos ka mag-muscle up. Sige. Lagi ka kay Mamba. Hoy,
Power! Okay, close. 155.
155.
Okay na yan.
155 guys. Part 2, we just got our max for the day. 80% of that weight. So I'm doing 135, 125, 127. 2 reps, touch and go on the minute for 10 minutes. minutes lang.
Pahingal ako ng pahingal ah.
Ha?
Pahingal ako ng pahingal.
Ganun ba?
Parang may hinalo ka dun sa
Wala.
sandwich ko kanina.
Baka kulang ka sa tulog.
Nice.
Woo! So, we're done with the strength part. We're on to the Metcon. Metcon natin ngayon guys is something special. We call it Mamba. Why Mamba? Parang tribute to, syempre, basketball fan tayo lahat, kay Kobe Bryant. Kasi death anniversary niya yata, nung tama ba? February, di ba? Yan, 2 weeks ago. So, we call it Mamba. It's an AMRAP of 18 minutes. So, as many reps as possible, 18 minutes. 5 ring muscle ups, yung dinemonstrate ni Coach Chris kanina. Then 8 power cleans at 185, medyo heavy siya. Then 24 box jumps. Yan, di pa namin napapakita sa inyo yan. At 30-inch high. So this is quite challenging. So, paramihan kami na score. Actually, this is a redemption mode. Kasi last time, medyo nakaisa tayo kay Coach eh. So, bawi daw siya ngayon. So, let's see. Banat!
Nasa 4th round ako, 4 power cleans. Hinahabol kita, kala ko nauna ka eh.
3 plus 4?
3 plus 9.
Talo.
Ha?
3 lang ako, sakto.
Ano yan?
Bawal ka na sa gym.
So,
Hindi.
guys, hindi nyo muna ako makikita after ng vlog na to. Ban. Gano'ng katagal ba yung ban pag nakatalo sa'yo?
Lifetime, hanggang makahabol ako.
Ay po. So, masasabi ko na kayong Kaloy. Up my ranks. 1-1. Sarap ng ano, pag yung ka-workout mo competitive din. So, medyo nagkaka-push kayong dalawa. Oo. Kailangan mahirap mag 2-0. At least 1-all. Yeah guys, enjoy watching our video.
So, we just finished our Metcon guys. At talo ako ni Coach Chris. Masak ako obviously. Hindi ko pa kaya tumayo. Grabe yun. I thought it was easy. Kasi pag titignan mo sa paper, simple movements, 3 lang. But while doing it, ang hirap talaga. Bumibigay yung forearm mo, then nauubos yung legs mo sa box jump. So, yeah, natalo ako ni Coach Chris. Okay lang. 1-1 score namin. Hindi na siya makakabalik dito muna. Hanggang lumakas ako. Ano naman
Yun
siya.
na, nakatayo nga eh.
So, see you guys on the next episode. Up my ranks. Banat lang na banat. Peace out.